something is going on at Amazon. Stargate, in its mastered form, it's beautiful 720p crisp frame rate, finally gets uploaded to Amazon Prime in all of its multiple season glory, only to be leaving at the end of this month.
2 months. Yeah. After 2 months.
Yeah. This is coming from Gate World, our boy at Gate World. He says, wait, Stargate is leaving in Prime Video already? And yes. Now, there's, Shane actually deep dived into this.
Just like Tom Cruise off of that ledge.
Right.
I did the same thing into Stargate. Yeah.
Yeah. So Shane is like the nerd YouTube version of Tom Cruise. Like, he doesn't actually do the stunts, but he really goes hard in the paint to get all the information. He physically calls people and finds people that no one else has ever spoken to and gets all the information he can out of something before we make a video, which is coming out tomorrow, by the way. Shameless plug.
Yes, you want to watch that for sure, because this is going to be good we're talking about, but tomorrow's going to just smack you with it.
But so Shane has the scoop on this, and when I first heard this, I was bummed out. And I'll tell you why. I finally got my wife to start watching Stargate.
Wow, that's huge.
You understand, guys, I've been married for 20 years. I've been trying to get my wife to watch Stargate for 20 years. Recently, because of its beautiful quality, I think that she was sort of tricked into thinking it's a different show.
Oh, this must be something newer than what Brian was showing me.
I think because it's not in like potato quality, and square aspect ratio, she sees it and she's able to like be more immersed in it and get to know the characters. And we watched 2 episodes, dude. And she was digging it, and I was like, hell yeah, all right, we're gonna watch Stargate together. And then literally the next day I saw this.
Well, you have 8 more days, so it's
not going to happen.
It's there till December 30th. They're pulling off, apparently, according to Gate World and powers that be, they're pulling it off. And so if you want to binge watch for the next 8 days, you can on Prime Video. Now, that doesn't mean that Stargate is gone forever. In fact, if you watch the video tomorrow, it goes into it. But we believe this is a precursor for pulling it off of Amazon Prime so that they can put it into MGM Plus, which comes out January 15th. Mm-hmm. I firmly believe that is why it's coming off. I think they didn't consider it. And what's really cool is because they released it onto Prime back in October, and now they're taking it off. If they had thought, okay, when we do MGM Plus, we're just going to we'll put Stargate on then. What's the point of paying somebody and going through all the work of putting it on Prime to then pull it off and then put it on?
It's using the same video service. That's why. They're using the same servers, the same software. It's the same
right,
formats.
But it's still a whole thing. Like you don't just go transfer to MGM Plus. It's not, it's not like that. You have to.
It might be
new system.
It might be literally like in their backend, they might select what service it's going to be on.
I don't believe
Is it on Comet? Is it on Freestyle? Is it on MGM Plus?
No, because it's a version of the previous epics. So I don't think it is like that at all.
Oh, okay.
I think it's completely separate. So, but the point is, the fact that they made this decision, and there's a lot of rumors happening right now, not just rumors, but solidified rumors. And I guess we can kind of say it here. We're going to talk about it more. But so it's rumored that the Expanse creators want to do the new Stargate series.
Yes.
And that's a pretty firm, that actually did occur. That happened. And thanks to our friend Jenny Stiven, who's an industry insider for more than 30 years. She put that out recently. But also what this means is because they've made this adjustment, it tells me that they've made some decisions about Stargate. So now it seems like the ball is probably rolling towards a new series that is likely going to end up on MGM Plus. Because they are doing their own original content. And it makes just too much sense that they would do that, especially since the guy that's in charge of MGM Plus is a huge Stargate fan.
Right.
And it's a big deal.
Yeah. So here's the deal. The stars are actually aligning a little bit right now. you have fans in charge of the service that it would most likely be. You have people that are connected, well connected at Amazon, and well respected. The people that did the Expanse, that are talking about doing it, and you have a brand new budding streaming service that is going to require, and this is important, it's going to require a show that it can build its foundation on.
Absolutely. And we have confirmed that Amazon and MGM does look at Stargate as a tentpole franchise. They do see it as like a top 5 franchise.
And here's a very interesting part. You would think that something like James Bond would be its tentpole, its foundation service. But James Bond isn't leaving Amazon Prime anytime soon.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of trouble turning that into a TV series.
Right.
They're having some issues with that. Movies, no problem. TV series is another story. Right. Or streaming series. Yeah.
So there's a lot more to it. And we're in the video tomorrow. I implore you to watch that. There's a lot going on there. And Shane, having actually edited the video, I can tell you Shane really went ham on this. So real quick, let's just bring everyone up to speed on exactly what's happening. According to Gate World, Stargate SG-1 recently departed Netflix in the U.S. after the license expired. Atlantis, meanwhile, remains viewable on Hulu. Just to be clear, those almost every third-party streaming service contract expires in April, right, Shane?
Yeah, almost everyone does, right?
Right. And the ones where we're not 100% sure on the expiration date would put it probably April anyways, because usually these contracts nowadays are annual, and and Pluto's start was in April. So
yeah,
more than likely we're going to lose. So more than likely by April there will be nowhere you can watch Stargate that isn't MGM Plus.
Right. Yeah, and yet another streaming service to pay for, which sucks in a lot of ways.
However, I did see that leaked. There was a leaked ad copy that I saw on a forum. I'm not gonna say the name. Where if you had Amazon Prime, you were able to get a healthy discount on MGM Plus, the same way they were doing the Hulu, Disney Plus stuff.
Yeah, I think you're right. So yeah, if you already have Amazon Prime, then you definitely will get a discount going into MGM Plus. You're going to be able to access it from Amazon Prime, same way you do the other ones. So, so let's real quickly talk about a new series, and I don't want to ruin the video for tomorrow, so definitely go watch that. But if a new series is currently because right now what we know is that Amazon is asking for pitches from people, and the Expanse people, or they're asking for science fiction pitches. So Amazon has like this alignment with sci-fi. They really want to do more sci-fi. They want to do good sci-fi. They already have done, like we've got The Boys, we've done The Expanse. They really want to go hard into sci-fi.
Right.
And so they've asked for people like The Boys, like The Expanse, what other sci-fi do you want to do? And that's where The Expanse said, well, we want to do Stargate. And The Boys, I think J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot his name's popped up, although that's not substantiated. So what this means is, let's say right now somebody's doing a pitch to Amazon for a Stargate series, and they're getting all that lined up. The reality is that let's say they get it lined up and they say, okay, we're going to do something. Then they got to go and say, we're officially doing it. They got to go write the script. They got to put together the teams. We're really looking until 2024 before anything's going to come out.
Right.
So at the very earliest, you're going to get a new Stargate series is probably sometime in 2024, if they're locking something in right this second. And MGM Plus, they don't have a lot of content. They're going to have new content. It's one of the requirements that they're going to be able to do. So, there's a lot of strong suspicion that's where it's going to be going. And it's possible that they may even do a Stargate movie first, because Amazon also is putting $1 billion into theatrical releases starting next year. right? So it is possible that they'll do a Stargate movie, and there's been rumors that maybe that's what they want to do, and then roll that into a series.
Yeah, that'd be a mistake.
So I don't see that as the best way to go, but because they want to have successful theatrical releases, and there is a strong feeling that a Stargate movie would do well in the theaters, they might be going that way.
Yeah, I do think that a theatrical movie is a total mistake. Because you're trying to pump up a streaming service, and a theatrical movie is going to undermine a streaming service. Now, if you're like, I don't believe in this franchise, I don't believe that the word of mouth is going to be enough to get subscribers, I need to make a movie that everyone's going to love and then announce the series. I think that you're thinking wrong. I think that people are legitimately thinking the wrong way if they think that they require a movie to get the general public on board for a series. Like, I'm a little shocked at how I think Stargate has been treated sort of like the redhead stepchild of, I mean, not as bad as Firefly, mind you, but of all these sci-fi shows. It is a legendary series. I can't say it's enough. It has its run is more than impressive. It's record setting for the same cast, right? It has millions of fans worldwide. It has been left to sort of rot because the regime at its previous owner, MGM, just didn't understand how to really take advantage of their IP other than licensing it out, and they couldn't license it out to anyone. So you have this, like, Star Wars had been overdone. Star Trek, up until recently, was done incorrectly, and Stargate was just sort of ignored. So I think that for like executives that aren't fans and aren't in the zeitgeist, in their mind they go, well, it's no Star Wars, it's no Star Trek, so we need to remind people what Stargate is. Well, here's the deal: Stargate it's character driven, and it's very difficult in an hour and a half long movie to really introduce a whole new crew and get you to love them. It's going to require a series.
Yeah, I think you're right. And if you guys are curious, if you're big Stargate fans and you're curious as to why Stargate never happened all those years after the bankruptcy, and we heard nothing about Stargate, in the video that we put out tomorrow, we actually we kind of learn why it didn't happen. We talk about who was standing in the way of Stargate being made, and so make sure you guys check out that video.
Yeah, it's really interesting too. This note from Atheist. Please put Stargate in the name of the movie if you make a movie. Yeah.
Right. Good point.
Good point.
Good point.
Every time someone, I see like these like sort of super simps on Twitter and whatnot, telling people that, you're just a YouTuber. You have no idea what it requires for these creators to make Rings of Power or whatever. Who are you? Here's the deal. Remember this. When you don't respect the source material, what you get is a movie about Firefly named Serenity. You get a movie, you get a series where they air the episodes out of date because they didn't really care about the story and they only cared about like the action and adventure, and they tried to front load that.
I love how the Serenity thing, just not to take you off too much here, but the Serenity thing was more of a vanity thing than a real. We uncovered, during our history of Firefly, that Universal owned the rights to Firefly, the name, but there is absolutely zero proof. Like the complaint that was put out there was that they couldn't get the name Firefly for the movie,
right? Untrue.
Which was, I'm pretty sure, a bold-faced lie
by
Joss Whedon,
right?
And he just wanted the damn movie to be named Serenity.
Right. Yeah, he was trying to I think what he was trying to do, he was trying to bougie it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I think he thought, well, this is going to be cool to call it Serenity, but he made a huge freaking mistake. He should have called it Firefly.
Right. I mean, how many people that aren't like constantly looking for the information goes, and we're like, well, where's the Firefly movie? I don't see it here. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of mistakes are made constantly by studios and creators. And I do believe that as fans, it's 100% okay. In fact, I would encourage pointing out those mistakes so that your beloved franchises continue in a way that's good for the franchise, and for the fans.